Does Mikasa really love Eren? That's my Attack on Titan question for you. I know, you might be thinking, what the hell, Foxen? What is he even talking about? He's obviously drunk. It should be way super obvious that Mikasa is into Eren, perhaps even a little too obsessed with him. And honestly, I thought everyone was on the same page about this too. But I keep on seeing comments from people that say otherwise, and it's not just one or two. So we just had the finale of Attack on Titan Season 2. It gave us this wonderful moment between Mikasa and Eren. Mikasa, in her own way, confessed her feelings towards Eren. It wasn't an outright confession, or whatever you want to call it, but it was more like one, if you think about these things in a more Japanese sense. Also, let's keep in mind that this is both an anime and of course a work of fiction. If you have read the manga version of this chapter, I think the anime version makes this even more explicit. In that scene, Mikasa was clearly moving in for a farewell kiss. And before any of that, she started blushing while telling this to Eren. If Mikasa really only thought of Eren as a little brother, she would really have no reason to randomly start blushing while thanking him. So right here, let me take a moment and address two other things that I've seen people mention. Why was Mikasa trying to make out with Eren at that time? And why was she trying to do it right after Hannes died? So about the first, if you noticed everywhere around that very moment, it was really a lost cause for everyone. There was practically no hope left in winning. There were so many titans all over the goddamn place. Reiner was slowly inching towards them. Erwin had his arm missing. I think he was on the ground at that time. And their strongest soldier, Mikasa, had her ribs broken and couldn't even stand. Let's not forget about the fact that if Eren didn't have that last minute ability, every single person on that battlefield would have been dead, including Eren. And about the kissing part, it wasn't like Mikasa was going in for some tongue action. For Mikasa, this very much was their final moments together. If Eren had let it happen, I would imagine Mikasa would have given him a peck on the cheek, or perhaps a very light kiss. It wasn't like they were going to start doing it right there and then. I don't know, but it seems like a few people might be in denial about this. The most popular reason I've seen about this is that supposedly Mikasa only sees Eren as family, only as her brother. That Mikasa and Eren getting together would be way too weird. I've even seen one person mention that Mikasa is a stepsister. What? Anyway, first off, obviously you and I know that these two are not blood related, like at all. If you happen to be caught up with the manga, they've made this very explicit. Now, let's look at a few key facts. You know that Mikasa was adopted into the Jaegar family. I use the term adopted pretty loosely here. It's more like joined into their family. For one, Mikasa is still Mikasa Ackerman. She was never really fully adopted into the Jaegar family. I know some people are gonna scream, who the hell cares? They're still siblings, but this is important. It does keep around that important distinction between Eren and Mikasa. Secondly, take a notice at the way that Mikasa addresses Grisha and Carlo. When she talks about them to Eren, Mikasa refers to them as your dad and your mom. Clearly, this shows that Mikasa doesn't see them as her own father or her own mother. And there's a key reason for this, and then we'll get to it. If you have read the Lost Girl's story about Mikasa, you'll notice right here that Mikasa refers to Carlo as Aunt Carla. As for Eren's father, she refers to him as Dr. Jaegar. Even from Eren's side, when talking to Mikasa about the parents, he refers to them as my parents. This right here shows that Eren saw the separation between both of them, that they weren't truly brother and sister. And here's the third key thing. The main argument about Mikasa having feelings towards Eren is that they grew up together. But let's actually look at the details. Mikasa unfortunately lost her parents and joined their family when she was 9 years old. 1 year later, both of them became orphans at 10 years old. We don't know the exact time, but Mikasa was only living with them for more or less 1 year. So right here, you can't really say that they grew up together. Not for very long at least. Anyway, I think this is more than enough evidence to put a nail in the coffin for any deniers. Does Mikasa love Eren, or at least have romantic feelings for him? I think that's a definite. It should be even more clear after seeing this video. On the other hand, does Eren feel the same about Mikasa? Here is where the problem lies. Eren has only seen Mikasa as his older sister or motherly figure, but who knows where this may develop, if anything develops at all. Now, something I did touch on my recent Attack on Titan Season 2 finale review. Years later, whenever Attack on Titan ends, Mikasa ending up with Eren would be the obvious couple. I did mention there about how Mr. Isayama doesn't believe in these destined type of cliches. It may hurt to think about, but I don't see Mikasa and Eren being that destined couple at the very end. So that's the question, who's gonna be the lucky guy? Is it gonna be Armin, Jean, or perhaps Mr. X? It honestly depends on who's even alive at that point. So question of the day for you, do you think Mikasa loves Eren? That is, after seeing this video. And bonus, if this couple doesn't work out, who do you think will end up with Mikasa at the very end? Please be sure to give a colossal thumbs up if you enjoyed and subscribe. This wasn't the video I exactly had planned to do next, but there's just been so many surprising amount of people that I seem confused about this. Anyway, let me know which Attack on Titan topic you want to see covered next, and I'll see you guys later.